ads. I have two questions actually. If you had the power to instantly change two things about Facebook, what would those things be? Thank you.
Well, I wonder will I get in trouble for saying what I would change about Facebook.
Oh, that's okay. I won't get in trouble.
Okay, I'll change one thing and you can change one thing. Wow, what would I change about Facebook if I could change one thing? I know a friend of mine who joined Facebook said in his interview, if you could change one thing, it would be Facebook, please stop changing all the time. And I suppose that's one of the things we do is we always change every day, and I'm sure that's a challenge that can be frustrating. So I think I like that Facebook changes all the time. I think it's important. Maybe what I would change is that we would improve at getting that information from our minds and our building out to the world. So we have some ways of doing that, but I think we definitely have some work to do to improve how we communicate our changes.
So do you like a new timeline?
I love a new timeline. I love a new timeline. I think people, we often see on Facebook, bring back old Facebook, but then people use new Facebook and then there's another change and they want to go back to the most recent version. So it's a matter of people getting used to things over time. I think timeline is a massive, massive improvement. I think the old profile was quite limited and it was quite similar to what Facebook was at the very start. And this is a massive shift for Facebook, not just for users, but for brands. I love timelines. So information is the one thing I would change. I don't know about you, Bruce.
Thank you.
I'm actually going to pick up on that a little bit on timeline. And say that if there was one thing I could change on timeline, and this may be a little bit controversial, I'd have every business in the world that has a page on Facebook on timeline. And that's what we're already striving to do. That's a change we're already trying to effect. And I'll give you a couple of examples as to why we'll do that. Facebook, before timeline came in, only gave you the opportunity to engage with your customers from the day that you joined Facebook. In my case, that was 2006. For Mark Zuckerberg, it was 2004. For some people in this room, it may be as recent as 2011, 2012. But we've all been around a lot longer than that. I've been around over 30 years. I won't say more than that. But I want the opportunity to go back and engage with the things that I was engaging with when I was young, before 2006, when I first joined Facebook. And we now have the ability to do that. Toy companies are a great example. If I think back to what I was playing with, be it Lego or Scalextric, when I was young, when I was 5 or 6, I can't connect with those things today, but I can now connect with them through Facebook because a page like Lego, for example, which has adopted timeline, has rolled back to the 1960s. It's gone beyond 1980, it's gone beyond 1970. It's now able to launch the products that it was going out with 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. And I've now got the opportunity to engage with those. And now that those of us in the room who were young in the 70s and 80s have got children and want to share those products with us, we can engage with Lego for a second time. So brands, as I said, using Lego as one example, have the opportunity to engage not only with one generation that they've already reached, which is me, but also the next generation, which is our children.
Thank you. And I have another question, if I may. We're witnessing a lot of business campaigns on Facebook in Romania, but some of them, not many of them, are blatantly ignoring the Facebook regulations. What measures are actually taken by Facebook? And what do they risk? Have you ever, censored a Facebook account for Romania? Yes, you did.
So we have a dedicated policy team. And I think there's one thing that I would actually go back in answering that question and stress that Facebook has one really important focus as a business. And there's one thing that we care about more than anything else, and that's our users. Our users, 845 million of them, they are the most important people to our business. They matter more to us than anything else. And be they users, be they advertisers, or be they developers, that's who we go to work for every day. We go to work every morning, we travel out to fantastic places like Bucharest to share Facebook and to make Facebook better for those people. And if I look at ads and I look at policy, that's the reason we've created those policies. We want customers, we want you, we want businesses, we want agencies to be coming out with high quality content that users enjoy engaging with, that's relevant for users. And that's why we have the policies in place.
So did you ever use them? Because policies actually?
Yes, the policies are in place every day. So we have a policy team, it actually sits on the same floor as us in the office, and they proactively work with all our advertisers to make those campaigns better, to make sure that people are engaging in the right way with users, to make sure that they're delivering high quality adverts which meet with our policy, which are ultimately written to make sure that the businesses themselves benefit from the adverts. You don't want to go out with an advert which your customers don't enjoy seeing, don't enjoy reading, or when they click on it, it goes to somewhere that they don't expect or that they don't want to go to. As businesses, there's a reason that we put up content, and that's to engage with people. We want people to engage with it, and the policies that we have in place are designed to make sure that your content is as engaging as possible, and therefore where we don't think that's being done, we'll look to help out.
One of the points on that is that we are a very small company, and that maybe sounds ridiculous, but Facebook has about 3,500 employees around the world, which isn't a huge amount for a customer base of 845 million. So we can't cover everything at every time. So what we do is we rely on the wisdom of crowds. So when we translate Facebook into other languages, we usually use our users to translate. So when we translate it into Russian, for example, we said to users in Russia, what do you want the like button to be called? What do you want the different features to be called? So we rely on users also to report bad content to us. So if you see bad content, you can report that content. And so in ads, the same. So if you hit an X on an ad and report the content to us, it flags it in our system. So we really rely on you to see that bad content and help us to remove it from our site.
Hello, my name is Steve. What would you recommend regarding promotion or engagement for business-to-business pages versus the business-to-consumer pages?
So business-to-business, it's a really good question because business-to-business is an area which won't be relevant to everyone in the room, but it's an area that is traditionally difficult to advertise online. And I think we took that challenge and American Express came to us and said, we want to engage with small businesses. And it's really hard to find small business owners on Facebook or online because people often don't say, I am a small business owner. They don't write that in their profile, or it's hard to really understand what that means. So to do that kind of across all of the United States or all of Romania is difficult. But there's a really excellent case study called Small Business Saturday. So American Express ran an entire campaign just focusing on B2B. And that showed really the success of Facebook in targeting business owners because it's a pretty unique situation. There's also another case study which I can discuss with you afterwards if you like, where I think it was an architectural design company were looking for leads. And at the end of the campaign, they generated 500 leads. Now 500 leads sounds like, it's okay. If you're selling shoes or holidays, 500 leads is nice. But if you're selling a B2B product which maybe has a very high value, 500 leads might be your entire year of business. So I can share that case study with you afterwards if you like.
Thank you.
Thank you.